What's up, this your boy Super Mario 1990, and I'm coming at you with a spoiler-free review of Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Now, I just want to get this out the way right away. This movie was excellent. It was great. It was fun. It was bomb. I had high expectations because I really love Harley Quinn, and I really like Margot Robbie. I first seen her in Focus, and when they did Suicide Squad, I was like, oh, cool. She's playing like a real-life Harley Quinn. That'd be really cool. I want to see that. And she did a great job. I didn't like the movie so much, but everyone in there did a good job. And this movie, I will say, was 100 times better. It was really good. Margot does a great job reprising her role. And as far as the Birds of Prey, I had to do my research because I'm really not into like comics and everything like that. I'm more into the cartoon series, the movies, and then video games that are made off of superheroes too. And so when I did my research, I found out that Harley Quinn's actually not like an original member bird. Like Birds of Prey is a real thing, but she's not an actual member. It's really Black Canary, who I've only been previously familiar with from the Injustice 2 video game, the fighting game, which is really fun. And I love using Harley Quinn on there. She's my favorite character on there. But I'm familiar with her just off of that. The Huntress, never heard of until now. And then Renee Montoya, who's the detective at the GCPD. I know her from Batman the Animated Series. That was my intro to Batman, period, and like still my quintessential favorite for just Gotham, Batman, everything, period. And that's how I come to know Harley Quinn, who was actually created from that show by the creators of that show. That's how her character, was introduced into the whole, Gotham mythos and everything like that. And I would say Margot Robbie, as far as like every voice actress that has played her in cartoons, cartoon movies, or video games and things like that, I would say Margot Robbie as the real life live action version of Margot Robbie. She's up there with one of the greats, I would say, and she did a really good job. The actresses as a part of Birds of Prey, they did a really good job. And as far as how the movie went, like I know I gave you that long title in the beginning, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. It actually does run together because it's about the Birds of Prey, right, and how they began, and it's also about Harley Quinn. And when I was going into it, I was thinking it was going to be more Harley Quinn and they were kind of be like, sidekicks kind of. But they actually did a really good job of actually evenly dispersing the characters. Like, even though Harley Quinn narrates the movie and tells it, it's actually, too, about all of the characters. So you get to actually dig deep into Montoya and, what she does in the GCPD, how she's trying to bring down, the baddie that they're all, trying to bring down in this movie. You get Black Canary, you get her story, the Huntress. She has a backstory that stems from her childhood that plays out in this film as well. And they actually do a good job of pretty much evenly dispersing the screen time between all of them, which was really good. In the beginning, it starts a little slow, I thought, but it's more Harley Quinn, and then they really get into it. And the villain in this film, who was Sedonis, who was the Black Mask, this dude is straight up ruthless, straight up evil, and funny, which is really good. I mean, you would come to expect that from, a movie starring Harley Quinn. It's like, it's just going to be raunchy, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be murderous, it's going to be mayhem, but it's always going to be comical. And that's what I really liked. The tone of this film kind of reminded me of The Heat. Basically like, with the big female cast and everything, and just being raunchy and just being very explicit. If you were, into Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock in that film, this film kind of bring you to mind of that. There was actually a scene in the film where I felt like they straight bit from The Heat. This is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to actually describe what that scene was in The Heat. I'm not going to describe how they did it in this movie, but I'll just say it was executed really well. I'll just say that. But if you've seen that movie and you see this movie, or if you've seen both of them, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm not even going to get into it, but it was really cool. But yeah, just the whole film was really great. The actresses did a great job. And the action in this film, I wasn't expecting to see that much action. Like, I know it was going to be crazy and it's going to have some mayhem. But, I mean, it wasn't like dominant, but it was in there and it was spaced out pretty good. There were really fun scenes, a lot of like just flipping, bashing, because Harley Quinn, when she gets them baseball bats or them like melee weapons, she just be straight flipping people. She's very acrobatic in this film. And like in the beginning, like the first few sequences, there were like a lot of these cool kind of like slow-mo kind of moments. I know a lot of people some people really don't like that, but I thought it was really cool. I will say for the people that don't like it, it's subtle. It's, you know, here and there. They do it more so in the beginning, like the first few action sequences, and then toward the middle and end of the movie, they just cut it out. They get straight to just live action, go 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 go. And I was kind of like, man, I would like to see some of those moments toward the end of the movie, like the final climax and the final like action sequence is really really cool. It's really really fun. But in the soundtrack, the songs to the movie, everything fit. Everything was really cool. I listened to the soundtrack on Spotify. You kind of pretty much know what to expect from the movie just listening to that soundtrack. It was really cool on there. And yeah, everything was really good. Like I said, Margot Robbie, excellent job. And as a narrator, she was really funny. And I will say you got to kind of pay attention to kind of like the timeline. Not that it's like a confusing movie like Inception or anything like that. It's just like she's kind of like funny and random when she's narrating the movie. So there's like a couple of times where if you're not paying attention closely, you might be like, wait, hold up, did this happen then or there? Or... But like when the movie comes together, you know, it's all kind of obvious, it's all kind of apparent. But I kind of got lost a little bit. But it was really good, a really fun movie. If you love Harley Quinn from just, you know, anything that Harley Quinn has been in, if you like Margot Robbie, it was a win-win for me. I loved her, and I love her, you know, her playing this character and reprising her role and doing a great job. I'm looking forward if they're gonna do it. If they're gonna do a sequel, it would be really fun. I don't know personally if they'll do like Birds of Prey together and then without Harley Quinn and Harley Quinn do her own thing, or are they all gonna come back again? That would be cool. Either way, it'll be fine. They all did a great job. Like the girls, like the Birds of Prey, they did a great job just holding their own. They can do a movie by themselves without Harley Quinn if they wanted to, and it'll still be just as fun and just as good. And yeah, and as far as the ending, because you know how these comic book movies go with DC and Marvel, you kind of like debating, like, should I stay to the end? They always usually do have something, because you know how it goes when, like, you'll see it's the ending, right? And then they'll play like a little snippet of credits, they'll play music, they'll show pictures and the actors and everything like that, and then they'll cut to a scene, and then they'll play the rest of the credits. And then at the end of that part of the credits, sometimes you get something, sometimes you don't. With this film, you do get something, but you don't get it until the very, very, very end. Like, you gotta watch every single roll just scroll up. And then at the very, very end, there's this small kind of funny tidbit. It's, I think it's worth staying around for. But yeah, it's really good. It doesn't allude to a sequel, but I mean, there can be a sequel made of this movie, but it's just like a little funny joke in there that you should stay around for. I think you'll like it. But yeah, it's in theaters right now. Check it out if you can. If you already checked it out, let me know how you liked it. But yeah, this is your boy Super Mario 1990. I'm out. Peace in.